Lil Racer's over here. He's lapping the valves in the head there. Just about ready to put them on. How do you lap in? Pretty good?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, this isn't the conventional way of doing it, but this is working. Alright, we'll let him finish that up. Alright, how's it looking over there, Racer?
Pretty good.
You got springs on and everything? Pop, 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 pop. Alright. Ready to go on?
I think so.
Alright, let's go. Alright, tubes. Lil Racer has all this bolted up and tightened down and everything. And we're getting ready to put the flywheel on and the governor. Or the... Is that the governor? Is that what they call that?
The hatch out?
Yeah. The governor weights, that's what I mean.
Governor weights.
Governor weights, and we figured we'd take a little side trip, like one of our YouTube buddies calls it, and show you how these flywheel governors work. Go ahead, Racer, stick it up there.
Let me show you. Let me show you how it's done.
Yeah, it bolts onto the little holes here, and then when the flywheel gets up to speed, you see it, they open up like that.
The arms out.
And when they open up, you see the little, show the little duck bills in there. There's little duck bills. Open it the other way. Open it. There you go. There you go. Okay, when they open up, this piece here slides. You see it going in and out? And we'll go over to the engine and show you what it does on the engine. Alright, it's a little dark over here, but let's show you what's going on. Let's pretend there's a flywheel on here. Show them what it does now, Racer.
When it's spinning, it'll throw these weights out. If you look in here, you can actually see the mechanism move down.
Right, and that weight moves this little lever here. Let's slide back in. And this goes up and down. So when it comes out, pull it out. See it locks in. And then that push rod there, that goes to your exhaust valve, right, Mike?
Yep.
Yeah.
It holds your exhaust valve wide open.
And it'll hold that open while it spins.
Until these weights slow down enough to push it back in and unlatch it.
And then it'll disengage. So it's pretty interesting how it works. Thought we'd show you that while we had the flywheels off and you could see it. I didn't mention our buddy Mike is here. Mike?
How you doing?
There you go. Alright, let's put it together. We'll show them how it operates while it runs. Alright, looks like they got the head on. Speaking of head, somebody's in the way.
Man.
Oh, that's Mike's head. That head looks pretty good, Mike.
Thanks.
No, I mean the one on the, the one on the engine.
Oh man, what goof painted this?
Oh man.
They put paint inside the bore.
Oh man.
That's
I thought you cleaned that.
Taped everything off.
Let me
What kind of
investigate.
painter are you?
Let me investigate.
Those hacks.
I tried now. We cleaned out the journals. Goes from the tie. You don't know what side it goes in. There we go.
Full tight.
Tight.
Keep going.
There we go.
Is that what it is? Oh, there is a cotter pin, isn't it?
Doesn't need one now.
There you go. We got the flywheels on here. Racer taking a break. I got the second shift on it. How's it looking, buddy?
It's coming together pretty well.
Okay. Actually, he's putting the governors on now. Magic hammer. Alright, we'll let him work on it. Looking good though. Look at it, looks good with them flywheels on there. Alright guys, it's the next day. We didn't get this thing running because you know, they had a lot of prep work and stuff to do and everything, but they got a lot accomplished. They got the flywheels on and the cam gears and the governors and everything, and it's pretty much all ready to go. The only thing holding this up is me. You know, so there's really no reason for them guys to keep working on it, so they started playing with the mini bikes. But I have to do a lot of prep work, and then when they come back, they pretty much all they have to do is put gas in it and start it. But right now, I put the wheeler on there. If you look at it, it's crooked. It's not even close to being in the center. But that's not because of anything I did. It's just something I thought was pretty cool. If you look in here, on the center line down there, let me zoom in. There's a center line of the cast and the mold and everything. They didn't even drill a hole close to center. And not only isn't it centered, but it's on an angle. You know? So I'm not going to re-drill any holes and everything. I'll probably just bend that tube down low so you can't see it. But I thought that was pretty neat. Another thing I found out, another thing I found out about it, and it was pretty odd, is that's an 1/8 inch tube. All the other engines I've ever seen, like this Brickley's over here, have a 1/4 inch tube. Not that you really need anything big. And even this other Alamo, this other Empire, it has a 1/4 inch pipe going down there. So I thought that was pretty interesting. All it needs is for oil to go down there, a drop of oil. So it's not like you really need a 1/4 inch pipe. And this is actually a bigger engine than both of them. They're only 1.5, so this is a 2.5. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But anyway, I'll show you what I have to do. I have to put a choke on the mixer. I'll go over to the table and show you that. And then I got to mount a box in the back here. This is for our battery and coil. That's just sitting there right now. I'm not doing anything with that, but actually looks kind of good back there. And I also have to make a trip switch and a timer, you know, an igniter for it, so it'll trip. And a gas tank. We need a gas tank down here. I'll show you what we're going to do there. I've got this old Briggs gas tank. It's in pretty good shape, but I'm going to bring it down and mount it here between the two legs of the engine, and the gas cap will just be sticking out there just to get in it. And on the other side, there's where I'm going to have the gas line come out, so it's going to look good down there. So I have to make a mounting bracket and stuff for that. Alright, here's what I've been working on. This might be interesting to some of you. This is the mixer. You know, it's sort of like a carburetor where all it does is mix air and fuel. You know, it doesn't have any butterflies or anything. And it doesn't have an air filter or nothing. All it does is it's just a hole. You know, the air goes in here. But what I do is I make a choke for it. Not so much to start it. You know, to start it, you know, you stick your finger in there and there's a choke. But when they're running, and when we run them slow like that, they're not taking much fuel and they're not taking a lot of air. So if you ever hear one that double pops, you know, it's usually taking too much air. So to fix that, what we do is I make this sort of like choke here. All it is a washer, but I filed it down to have a machine finish on it, and then put a little cover on it. And they're perfectly matched surface. And then what I do is I'll epoxy this onto there, and it has the same hole. And then I'll have a wing nut and a thread coming out of bolt. But I cut the head off the thread, and I'll tap it into the hole, and then that'll be on here like this. So you could actually tighten it and leave a little bit of an opening there, you know. And that's about all the air you need to keep a hit and miss engine running properly, you know, so it doesn't keep popping, double popping and triple popping and stuff. And then when you want to start it, you know, you just open this up and where you want to start it and close it like that, you know. It works pretty good. It's time tested because I made this from my other Alamo, and it works pretty good. And then I'll just epoxy it onto the front there, and you won't even know it. It'll almost look factory, you know. So that's what I'll be doing. But I had a broken tap. My 632 tap here is broken. I tried to fix it, but it didn't work because I like to tap the hole here and then thread the screw in there. But anyway, so I'll probably work on the gas tank mounting right now until I go to the store and get me another 632 tap. All right, let me start working on the gas tank. I picked me up a 6/32 tap and put that bolt in here. Here's the wing nut. It's all done. I epoxied it. It's actually the next day. I actually did all that yesterday, and this hardened overnight. So how it works. You could, like I said, you only need that much air, and then you just tighten the wing nut, and you can leave it run all day like that. You know, you don't have to worry about it moving. You could actually put a spring on here and a nut, and then you could just move it around like this. But sometimes it'll move, you know, from bouncing and stuff. But that's why I like the wing nut. But now I could just sand this epoxy down a little bit and paint it. You never even know. Alright, let me get to the gas tank. I've actually been working on the gas tank, but here's where I'm at with that. Here's the tank. I don't know if you zoomed all the way in or out or what. There you go. Here's the tank, and I made a template here for the bracket. Let's see how it goes on. So this tank already has a little tab on the bottom, so I'm gonna take advantage of that. And if you can see that, but you can't see it. The table's in the way. Alright, anyway, I'm going to try and fabricate this out of metal, and this tab here, I'll actually drill a hole through that and hold it, and then these wings here, it goes this way, and this will go to the bottom of the frame rails. Alright, so now I just have to make this out of metal. Alright, I made the bracket here. Came out pretty good, considering I was just using the vise and a hammer. It'll fit right on there, fit right in the middle, and go up to the bottom of the machine. Alright, I think I'll paint this now. Paint the bracket black and probably paint this silver, same stainless steel. I leave it there, but it's a little scratched up. The rest of the engine looks pretty good, so I might as well paint it up, huh? Alright. Oh yeah, I painted this up too while I wasn't doing nothing. I can't even tell. Don't belong in the engine. There we go. Alright. We got the tank all painted up and the bracket mounted on it, so let's throw it on the machine. Alright, get the mixer mounted down here in the gas tank. And I made a muffler for it. That's only temporary till I see a guy at one of the shows there, and I get a real muffler for it. You know, the one that belongs on here. And I straightened the wheel a little bit, but you know, it's going to take a major operation there to make the thing perfect. You know, I'm going to have to make like an S pipe coming up, so that's going to have to do for now. Then I made a timing block down here. That'll trip our ignition. So the only thing I have to do now is, I also mounted the box back here. So now all I have to do is run some wires. Run a spark plug wire and a hot wire for our buzz box. And it'll be ready for the guys. I'm not going to try and start it. I'm going to let them start it since they put it together and everything. The least I could do is let them start it for the first time. Alright, I should do it for this one. Alright, next one, you'll see it starting. Alright.